in this video I'm going to show how to do multi-exposure images with this is a Nikon Z6III. I've done a video like this with a Nikon Z6II, and everything's pretty much the same as in the Z6II as it is in the Z6III. They've made some firmware updates which makes it a little bit easier, but I'll take you through it. I'm going to be using, this is a Tamron 90mm macro lens, and I'll also use, this is a Z lens, a 2470. So I'll use that also, and we'll see the different images that we get. Maybe some of you have never tried the multi-exposure images before, but it's pretty easy to do. Just get into your menu here, and you'll find it, and I'll take you through that to show you how you get to all of that. And out you go and start photographing just like you would anything else. You might keep in mind though how your images are going to be set up on the frame. You want to take maybe the main image in the center of the frame, and then put in your other images perhaps on one side and one on the other side, so that there is still some distinct image of the photo that you took. Then when you get into the processing, that's where the fun begins, and you can create some really artistic looking works with these multi-exposure pictures. So yeah, if you got a Nikon camera and you've got the multi-exposure built into this camera, why not use it? Go out and give it a try. It's just something else you can do in your photography, which is fun, and your images might be fantastic. Why not give it a try? And I'll show you some of the ones that I did. See what you think. So the first thing we do is we scroll down on the menu to multi-exposure mode. It says off, click on that. It will get you to the next screen. So on this screen, you'll see that it has on, and it gives series. Series means that the multi-exposure mode will remain on until you physically turn it off. Single photo means that it will work for one use of the multi-exposure mode for however many photos you decided to do an overlay with, and then will shut off on its own. So once you hit the on, it's going to ask you how many shots do you want to use on this exposure. You can use up to 10. I'll use 3. It'll ask, do you want to save each one of the pictures as a separate raw picture? I'm not. I'm simply going to do an overlaying shot. The overlay mode, it says average. That's what I'm using, but you can play around with that and try the different modes that's built into the camera. You can do multiple exposures anywhere. Be creative. I've never done any down here at the docks in Olympia, but look what I could take pictures of. All kinds of stuff. Maybe zoom in or zoom out. We'll give it a shot. When you take multiple exposures, when you look at the final picture that you get in your camera, it looks terrible. Just a whole lot of stuff all over the place. Where the true picture comes out is when you get it into your computer and process it. I use Topaz, and I'll show you how I do that. And well, some of them still don't look too good, but a whole bunch will. This was not a multi-exposure, but that fog bank behind me just screamed to be photographed, so here it is. Do some statuary photos. Get this girl. Put her face in here. Let's put her face in here. So I'm going to take 3 exposures of these lilies. I'm going to fill the frame with lilies. And then when I process them, I think I'll do some artsy kind of stuff. I might do them in black and white. I might do them as a watercolor. we'll see how they come out. I placed my multi-exposure image into Topaz, and I opened up an effect called liquid acrylic paint, and then I worked with all the sliders to get to the image that I wanted, which was to make it kind of look like a watercolor. In this image, I just opened Topaz and went through various different sliders to get the image that I kind of liked, and this is it. I'm not very artistic, but for people that are, and they have those creative juices, multi-exposure might just be the thing for you. You can really take this, whether it's 2 exposures all the way up to 10. You can create some very unusual photographs. Once you dip your toe in the water, you want to submerge yourself in there, and you're really going to like this. What I found out as I was finishing up this video, and I accidentally stumbled on it. I kind of hit a button by mistake, but I found another part of the camera. It's called retouch, and you can do overlays by getting into retouch. Maybe I'll do another video on that, or maybe you can look it up and check it out for yourselves. But that's another way to do these multi-exposures on one frame. So I'll finish this up by just showing a plethora of images I took, and you might want to try this out. Until next week, I'll see you. Don't forget, embrace your journey.